Hello, my friends. It is I, the one, the only, Mr. R-dubb, here to bring you the first edition of my R-dubb.com blog, and I have a very good friend of mine in the zone with Rob Jones on 104.9 The Drive FM.
Absolutely. What's going on? Glad to be the first guest on the video blog. I found myself going to broadcast school and doing radio from there. So it's awesome, man. The show is the fastest growing show in the Greenville, South Carolina market, and we're growing like mildew.
Very interesting. He personally took some low blows to Mr. Dabo Sweeney, head coach for the Clemson University.
That's
you want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
I'll comment on that. Look, it's misconstrued. I didn't take a low blow at Dabo Sweeney. I simply asked a question that people who are neutral media, such as myself, and have that responsibility to be neutral to the listening audience, was in mind. Look, I do what I do. I'm a show, like I always say, by the people and for the people. I'm the people's champ of sports radio. And Should I say? Yes, I will say.
I said shit.
Yeah, and I know that people wanted to hear that question asked.
Thanks,
and
Nick.
hear the answer to that question. And basically the question was covering the fact that I was skeptical of the Clemson hire of Dabo Sweeney instead of doing a national search. There's a coach out there that I publicly endorsed, former Auburn football coach Tommy Tuberville. Great winning percentage at Auburn. All but every one of his years, except for his last year there where he went 6-6, you take that away, man won an average of 10 games at Auburn in the SEC West, won the SEC several times, had an undefeated season. So I really thought they should look at him because I thought Auburn forced him out. He was a really good coach. And I asked a question that people wanted answered.
Yeah.
And
arguably a very good question to ask him. And all right, Bobby Jones, let's talk about the first week of college football. Where do you think people stand, and what were the upsets and what were the expectancies?
The alarm clock knew it was the first Saturday of the season and woke me up at 10 till time for college game day. So I woke up with a sense of like the hair standing up on my arm, highly anticipated day, and it lived up somewhat to the hype. The two images I take from it is one is Sam Bradford from Oklahoma standing on the sideline in the second half, street clothes and a sling on the shoulder.
Right.
After the injury, and Oklahoma loses. So feel bad for those people that were ordering their Oklahoma National Championship game apparel. As I said, I like Florida and Texas for that game, but that's a discussion for another time. So BYU upsets Oklahoma.
I like Western Carolina University.
Count them out. But
how about what's your take on the upset, South Carolina NC State? Besides it being a horrible game,
it was an ugly game.
Yes.
But Carolina needed that game to be ugly. If that game becomes an offensive showcase, Carolina's not going to win that game if it becomes that. Their defense was able to keep it ugly. Big Eric Norwood, the freight train at middle linebacker. I mean, that was so impressive with how their defense played, because here's Eric Norwood, who's really the top proven defensive player. They've only got 2 or 3 others returning from that defense that were proven. Norwood comes out, he establishes that he's the leader of that defense, and the defense played around him. They played off of his energy. He was able to make big plays at middle linebacker, and I was just overly impressed with him and the Carolina defense. And it was a good win, go on the road up in Raleigh and beat an NC State team that I still expect to have a good year. So
let's touch on Michael Vick.
Okay.
I personally, if I could get Ludo over here, I bought Ludo a Philadelphia Eagles Michael Vick jersey, and my dog wears it. And he is a fan. He said that those other dogs that were beaten weren't worth a fuck anyway. So we're good. Bobby Jones, your take on Mike Vick? I personally think that the man deserved another opportunity.
Yeah,
I think he's fortunate that he's getting 1.1. But I think that he's going to capitalize, and I hope he doesn't pull any dumb shit, anymore.
Yeah, I kind of agree. for what he did and to go to prison for 2 years, I mean that's heavy punishment for that. That's punishment enough. He did his debt, and now it's time to give him the opportunity to get off his ass. And you PETA people need to damn stand down, man, because y'all off the chain and worry about your damn little Sea Shepherds environmental group trying to ram people and shit in the Asian Ocean. I mean, what the hell? They over here trying to kill. They could have killed thousands of people doing that, and they're bitching about 14 dogs or something.
Oh, we're running out of time. I do have a couple quick questions for you. Your favorite 5 movie lists, excluding porns.
Okay, excluding porns, I gotta go with Dazed and Confused.
The number 1 or number 5?
I'll go with. I'm gonna say it's 2.
Okay.
It's 2. Number 1, all-time classic movie that I don't think could be beat with a baseball bat.
What about Peanut Butter Jelly?
No.
With the baseball bat?
The Blues Brothers at number 1 is my all-time favorite movie.
Not in my top 5.
I don't see how not, because that movie was iconic.
Do you want to hit some of this yak?
Cultureful. I don't want any of that.
All right.
It was music film.
Let's go on to the next. Let's finish
okay,
this
those
last 3 out.
Hoosiers and Friday Night Lights
Okay, I
make
can
my
roll with
5.
that. All right, Friday Night Lights is a little gay.
That is not gay.
Okay, well let's hear this last one. What
those 4 and 5. 5 is a difficult choice because there's so many different good candidates for this movie. So I don't know with 5 really where to go. So I'm just going to give you those 4.
Okay. Well, obviously his number 5 sports love romance movie would be Never Been Kissed.
Actually, I hated that movie.
Oh,
And
well.
I don't like Drew Barrymore, and you look like the real life version of Miss Piggy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the R-dubb Entertainment weekly blog. I'll be at you next week with a guest I have yet to figure out. Check out Bobby Jones on 104.9 The Drive every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m.
That's right.
Check them out on the web. What's the
www.wccpfm.com. All over the globe here on Earth.
In the Zone with Rob Jones. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good night.